Mark 3:16-19, specifically looking at Jesus. Now, every one of us can probably name off quite a few friends that we have that we hang out with. Jesus has no exception. He brought along with him 12 friends to hang out with for 3 years. Taught them, showed them what to do, all that stuff. So if you take a look at the disciples, those were his friends, right? I mean, he hung out with them all the time. Who were those people that he hung out with? I'm going to give you the names, and we're going to describe to you what each of those disciples are like. And then what I want you to do is think through your friends. Do I have friends kind of like that too? Okay, so as we identify them. It says, these are the 12 appointed. Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter. James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John, to whom he gave the name Boanerges, which means sons of thunder. Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Thomas, Matthew, James, the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, or Thaddeus, whichever way you want to pronounce it, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. 12 people. Why did he change people's names? Because, do you have nicknames for some of your friends? Oh, yeah, I know you do. You have nicknames for some of your friends. And those nicknames kind of, those nicknames kind of identify them, right? All right? So Jesus did the same thing. So he had he had this friend named Simon. And so he changed the name to Peter. Does anybody know what Peter means in Greek? Does anybody have an idea? The rock. All right? So his name became Petra, or means the rock. And when you think of a rock, is it the smartest thing? No. So you can kind of read into it, right? Peter wasn't always the smartest cookie in the jar, sharpest tool in the shed. All right? He was playing with one card short of a full deck. You know, Peter wasn't always the smartest guy, but what was he? He was the one who always said something. Do you guys have friends who just constantly say something, but it doesn't really sound right? And you're sitting there going, what the heck are you talking about? Right? So there's Peter. So one of the disciples, Peter, Jesus says, man, quit talking. But guess what? I'm going to build my church on you. You are the rock. It's also a solid foundation. So maybe you have a solid friend who's with you all the time. Man, do they say some stupid things? You know, it's like you guys are nodding your head. You guys know some people, right, that you hang out with who are kind of like that. Jesus had the same person. He had two friends, James and John. They were brothers. He called them sons of thunder. Now, why would he call them sons of thunder? These two cats, you like that? These two cats, okay? These two guys, Thundercats, okay? No. They are so passionate and fervent about everything. They wanted to be the front runners. They wanted to always take the lead. They wanted to always be. These are the two who said, Jesus, when you go to heaven, make sure that I'm on your right hand and your left side, on your right and left. I want to rule with you. They were like, hey, I want to be up there, right? Do you guys have some friends who always have to make the decisions and always have to kind of be out there and the leaders and stuff like that? You guys got some friends like that? Maybe it's you. All right, but you guys got some friends that are out there like that? Got to be the front runners. But they're very passionate. Right? They're very fervent. They go after it. Okay? Andrew. Very introspective, very quiet. He was the quiet one. He just kind of sat back and just kind of took things in and just kind of thought through things and very introspective and thoughtful. Do you guys have some friends like that? That are just kind of real quiet, just kind of thoughtful people. Philip, he was the skeptic. You guys got some skeptic friends? Skeptic means just not, you don't trust. Yeah, they don't trust everything. They're just kind of, I'm not quite sure. These people also are very, and Philip was very detail-oriented. You guys got some very detail, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? what time you picking me up, what time we're going to, and you got to have all the information down. And it's not just the moms and dads who need all this information, but you got friends who need to know everything. Maybe these friends are also the ones that sit there and go, no, I can't go out with you because I got this I have to do, and they have it all mapped out of what they're going to do for the night. You guys got some friends like that? All right, maybe some of these friends you may have, some you may not have, but if you look at all your friendships, there might be some people like this out there. You got Nathaniel was listed. He's the retriever. Some of us have taken that this personality test, beaver, lion, retriever, otter. The retriever is the one who's very loyal, right next to you, very quiet, always there. Do you have a friend who, hey, we're going to do this, and that friend's always there? They're not the leaders, they're not the quiet ones. They're just there for you and just always walking with you. No matter what you do, they want to be with you. Right? You got the friends like that? Okay. That was Nathaniel. Matthew. Matthew was a what? He wasn't a dork. Well, we're not going into the animal thing, but yeah, he was more of a beaver type of thing. He was the money guy. he was the guy who was in charge. He was a tax collector, right? He was a tax collector, and so he was very much into the money. Do you have some friends who kind of, that they always got cash on them? You don't have why? How? I spend all mine all the time, but they don't. Very frugal with their money. He's frugal with his money, but he knows there's something better out there. He's always dreaming of something different. Matthew was sitting there. He had a good job. He was collecting money. He was making a lot of money. And Jesus walked up and said, what? Follow me. And what did he do? He got up and left the money behind and went somewhere else because there was something better. Always dream of something bigger. Do you guys got some friends who kind of dreaming big and then thinking of something different? And they start doing something, and then all of a sudden you're going, well, I thought you were doing this, but now they're doing something else because they're always changing what they're doing. Thomas. Thomas was the pessimist. Sometimes we say doubting Thomas, right? But Thomas was the pessimist. I'm not going to believe you until I actually see it with my eyes. If I can touch his side, touch his hands. Okay? He's a pessimist. He's going to try to believe everything that he sees. He has a negative focus all the time, too. Do you have a friend who's just constantly negative? You still hang out with them, but they're always finding the woe is me stuff, that's stupid, type of thing. You got some people like that? James, the son of Alphaeus. James, his actual Alphaeus means the little one. So he was kind of like little James. He was kind of not really significant, kind of there, always hanging out, but he was not always the inner core type of person. And you're always looking around going, oh, James is with us. He's that person who's there, right? Kind of someone who's always there, but not really picks on, but he's always there, and you're okay with it, but he's not a very close friend, but no matter what happens, he's always there. Does that make sense? So it's kind of there. Simon the Zealot, he's the extremist. He's the guy out there just screaming everything. It's like, yeah, let's do it, type of thing. He's very much into politics. You got some friends who are very much into politics. All right, always talking politics and always talking the political things and everything like that. And he hated paying taxes. He was completely against the taxes. And so now we have two friends who are always butting heads with each other. You have Matthew, who's the tax guy, and you have the zealot who's saying, I hate paying taxes. So now they're in the same crew, and they're always butting heads. You got some friends who are always butting heads, and you're always maybe having to be the middle person. Hey, calm down. It's not that bad, type of thing.